Do you ever struggle to feel seen even when other people are around you? If so, it's very common and it's really something that a lot of people deal with. It's a sign that you may be dealing with loneliness. But it's not just about being alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, untouched emotionally. It's something that you feel an emptiness, as if no one understands. No one understands you. No one understands what you're going through. No real connection with other people. That's a sign of loneliness. When you're just drifting and you're going throughout life and you're not really opening up or revealing or releasing how you feel. And this is something that is not something that you have to do with another person, but it's really you going within, you connecting, you speaking with God, you praying, you really getting in touch with your true feelings, your true emotions, and allowing yourself to be seen on a spiritual level and to be heard and to be loved and recognized and respected. And so a lot of times we go throughout life and we look for that in other people. But here's the thing, no person can really give you that the way that you can really give and connect with yourself, because no one really knows what's going on the inside of you like you do. And when you know that and you know your power and you know the strength and who you really are on a spiritual level, you can begin to tap into that and thrive in connecting on a more internal level and no longer seeking out that external validation. And I want you to know that you're not broken if you feel this way. Some people think that they're broken because they're lonely or because they struggle with loneliness. But here's the thing, a lot of people struggle with loneliness, and it's not something that is uncommon. Because the truth is 60% of adults have communicated that they felt lonely at one point in time. And women who struggle in healing seasons like a breakup or a new challenge, giving birth, having a child, betrayal, or any other life transitions, they can be even more vulnerable and even more lonely during these seasons. And although loneliness is an epidemic, healing starts with awareness. When you begin to be aware of yourself, aware of how you feel, aware of your emotions, aware of what's going on the inside of you. See, a lot of times we can just work and we can become busy and get to just moving, doing all of these things that we don't stop to pay attention to how we feel. And then we find ourselves with a lot of anxiety and feeling overwhelmed because we're just moving throughout life and we're not stopping to make space and to give ourselves the privilege to feel and to be aware, to have that self-awareness. It's so important that you slow down and that you give yourself that quiet time, that time to be heard on an internal level, that time to connect with your soul, that time to connect with God, that time to pray and to release some of the energy, some of the stress, and some of the things that you've been holding on to that has caused you to feel overwhelmed. And as you begin to do this, you can heal, you can find yourself in a place of healing, in a place of peace, in a place of growth, and you just continue to move forward and thriving as you liberate yourself by making space for yourself. So just because you're feeling lonely, it doesn't mean that you should call, that ex who was toxic, or you should fill your time with toxic things, or just, scrolling, or just doing things that may not be healthy for you. Just because you're feeling lonely, that doesn't mean that you just fill your time and your space with unproductive activities. But that's just a sign for you to get out your journal and to write out some of the thoughts you're feeling, to begin to pray for what it is that's bothering you or where you don't feel heard. Because a lot of times that loneliness is just your spirit crying out for more attention. It's just your spirit crying out for more connection. And guess who can give it to you? You. You are the one that can give your soul what it's seeking. When you feel the ache of loneliness, don't just numb it. Listen. That is God speaking. Open yourself up to hear. Open yourself up to receive. Open yourself up to be guided. Listen, distractions, they delay healing, but presence activate it. So be present in the moment. Connect with your soul. Allow yourself to be heard on a deep spiritual, emotional level. And if you're dealing with loneliness, I would love to hear from you. Let me know your story. I would love to hear your story. I would love to give advice, share any thoughts that you have. Go ahead and reach out to me at rainyhoward.com. If you enjoy this message, go ahead and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.